My name is Laura Gooding, and I am the window treatment specialist here at KorePlus. Today's window treatment tip is for the parents of young children as well as pet owners. Think cordless. The manufacturers today of window treatments are very in tune with this issue and have come up with some great products. For instance, this is a Roman shade and it's cordless. You just operate it by pulling it down and raising it up with your hand. Another great option by design is shutters, and you can just obviously operate that as well with your hand. And lastly, motorization is really taking off. Remote controls, or some manufacturers actually have apps that you can program your shades to operate when you're not even home. And now our fitness advisors, Heather and Carrie, have some great suggestions for keeping our family on track with healthy eating. Let's check it out.
Hello, Heather Socias, FitFoods4U. I'm here with registered dietitian Carrie Bach with KorePlus Nutrition. And if you guys didn't catch the last episode covering fats, be sure to go to Good Living by Design. It was phenomenal. But today we're actually going to be talking about gluten. Gluten-free. What's the big hype about gluten-free?
Right. It's kind of the cure-all right now. And gluten's found in wheat, rye, barley, and then some oats, depending on where those oats are manufactured. And the big hype about it is that gluten can exacerbate any existing inflammation in the body for those who may be sensitive to gluten. For those who have a true allergy to gluten, celiac sprue, they absolutely cannot have any gluten at all. It just wreaks havoc on the GI for them, and they aren't absorbing their nutrients. So there's two very distinct kind of gluten-free camps. Those that truly cannot have any gluten at all, and those that are, gluten intolerant. They might feel better when they don't have gluten, but they can get away with a little bit. And of course, food manufacturers have really jumped on the gluten-free craze. So there's a ton of gluten-free things out there, but that doesn't mean that those are good for you.
Oh, I didn't know that. It seems kind of restrictive. It's kind of a restrictive diet.
It can be.
So how do you make it fun? Let's say I'm like, okay, you tell me, Heather, you're all gluten-free. Okay, now what?
Right.
I mean, what am I looking for?
So the main thing, it is restrictive, and it really, a couple of things that you need to keep in mind. You still should focus on whole foods as much as possible. So just because it says gluten-free on the box doesn't mean it's great for you. A lot of food manufacturers will put a lot more sugar, a lot more fats into that product to make up for the fact that it's gluten-free.
Carrie, what about rice? Is all rice gluten-free?
All rice that's just rice is gluten-free.
What is that? That's a trick question.
That's a trick question. So this kind of rice, the what's in it? It is organic, brown rice, wild rice, sweet brown rice, and heirloom red rice.
It's all rice.
Gluten-free. But if there's different seasonings, flavorings, preservatives, that's where we need to look out. Those things may not be gluten-free. And it gets tricky. I mean, this actually does have a gluten-free symbol on it, but not all foods list the GF or have that certification on their labels.
Okay.
And so it's really, you just have to be educated as a consumer to know which grains, so anything that isn't wheat, rye, barley, and then of course we want to see the GF on the oats to make sure that those are gluten-free. So all of these meals are excellent choices. First of all, they're whole food based, which is fantastic. There aren't a lot of different types of sauces, and the herbs and seasonings that are used are just that. They aren't adulterated with any strange preservatives or anything. And all fruits and vegetables are gluten-free, as are meats without those extra preservatives. So this would be a great choice for those who are gluten intolerant.
So these would all fall into a good source of gluten-free. But I do have to say that FitFoods4U is not in a certified gluten-free kitchen. Ideally, we'll be headed that direction. Carrie, if somebody would like to reach out to you for a personal consultation, what would be the best way to do that?
The best way would be through our website at KorePlus.com, Kore spelled with a K. And we're in northern Denver, East Boulder County area, but we do also offer consultations throughout the state of Colorado.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thank you.